I think what's important about risk is that my definition of risk is that there are things that can happen in the world that are outside of your control that have a bigger influence on outcomes than anything you did intentionally. That's what risk is. And that shouldn't be that controversial. I think, of course, that's what risk is. What's interesting to me is that that is also the exact same definition of luck. The definition of luck is things can happen in the world that outside of your control that have a bigger impact on outcomes than anything you did intentionally. That's what luck is as well. So risk and luck are like the exact same concepts, just in the other direction, in opposite directions. But we think about them very differently in investing. Investors are keenly aware of risk. They talk about risk all the time. And fund managers have risk-adjusted returns, and they hire risk managers. Like, risk is all we talk about in investing. But we rarely talk about luck, even if it is the exact same concept of risk in the other direction. Like, you're never going to hear an investor report luck-adjusted returns. It's ridiculous. It would never happen. So people do not want to talk about or think about luck, because it either makes you look jealous if you're talking about to someone else, or it's just hard to swallow if you're talking about yourself. So we're keenly aware of risk, but we easily swipe luck under the rug. And that's a dangerous thing, because we know luck is just as prevalent in investing as risk is. It's the same thing. I mean, I talk about in the book this idea that, or this story about Bill Gates, who went to the only high school in the United States that had a computer. And look, it was Bill Gates hardworking. Is he a business visionary? Did he take a huge risk? Is he a genius? Yes, of course, all of those things. He's probably the hardest working business genius of our time. But did he have this ridiculous 1 in a million stroke of luck that introduced him to computers when he was 14 years old? Yes. It was a stroke of luck that virtually no one else in the world had at that point, to go to the only high school in the country that had a computer. So, and I think, when you think about something like that, if I were to say Bill Gates got lucky, then people would instantly push back and say, no, he did this, he did that. And I'm like, those two things can coexist. You can be smart and hardworking and have a level of luck that is in there. But since the luck is so easy to look past and brush aside, I think we often overestimate and learn the wrong lessons from people who we look up to and admire. It's not that we shouldn't look up to Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or whoever you admire in the world. You just have to realize that the level of luck that they had, that they all had, is not something that you can emulate or replicate in the future. And I think we overlook that so often in investing, to our own detriment.